ride, let's go. When the voices arise from the storm and the storm and immortalized, let's go. You can find me below. I'll let the enemy know. When the voices arise from the storm and immortalized, let's go. You can find me below. I'll let the enemy know. It's that time of year again. I'm your boy Hollywood J-Blaq. That's my man Big SYN over there. And you know, it's the beginning of September. You know what that means. It's not fall, no. It's time for that damn NFL show. It's been a while. A good long while. But it's okay. Tom Brady is no longer at the league in a chokehold anymore. A 7th round draft pick from Iowa State has the league in a chokehold. Fuck it, let's go. Man, it feels good. It feels weird. This is a weird situation, sir. Normally, this is the first time we've done this show where there's no Tom Brady anymore.
Yeah, it's also one of the first times we're actually doing these pre-recorded.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A little bit of bugs. It's okay. I mean, we could have probably done this live, but because of our schedules are weird, it kind of makes things weird. But who knows? We may come up with a Saturday morning show. Who knows? We may have the Sunday morning show like NFL Game Day. Maybe we could be the new ESPN NFL Game Day. I mean, since ESPN fired everybody else anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Those fans are going to be like, who is authentic enough that we can listen to? Just saying. So
we got. This is the last Sunday, as of recording. This is the last Sunday without football until February, baby.
That's right. So, first things first, we got to get something off our chest real quick. Well, something off my chest. Every single person in the media doubted Deion Sanders and what he was going to do in the University of Colorado. They said, Deion, why'd you leave? Why'd you leave the HBCU? You're not going to be successful at a major school. You're not going to be successful in a major conference. You're not going to... Shut up, you wearing thong wearing fatty. Took that one from The Rock, by the way. Yep. But the media sat back and trashed this man for months when he went to Colorado. Lee Corso just recently, matter of fact, Saturday morning before the game, said that I understand what Deion Sanders did. I don't like how he did it. So because of that opinion alone, Colorado is going to lose by 40. That's what Lee Corso said out of his mouth. Now, understandably, because he tried to say that because Deion Sanders got rid of all the players, or majority of the players that were at Colorado,
yep,
that he would have not did that because he attempted to keep everybody from the previous administration. Right? That's what Lee Corso said when he was a coach.
Yep.
So when was the last time Colorado was a really, really good football team? Not a average football team. Not a mid football team, but a really, really good football team. A running back by the name of Vaughn Dunbar. And God, you know how old that is. That's 1991, 92. That's the last time Colorado was good. Ever since then, Colorado and UNLV have been competing at being the worst colleges of the last 20-some years.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong with that statement? Okay. No. So anything Dion said, you know what? Whatever they were trying to do wasn't working. If your team is consistently going 1-11 and 0-12 every single year, something's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of all the players. Fuck them. Fuck them. I got people coming in. Fuck all y'all. Get the fuck out. Which is fair. If somebody at your job, like if you got hired at your job and you were told the security is ass, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Everyone gone, because there's no point, right? But Lee Corso said that's not fair to the children. What about the children?
And they're over 18, they go adults.
And on top of that, they had to face the number 2 ranked TCU. A great football team. Absolutely no doubt. Where nobody's questioning who TCU is. They're like, oh, they're going to get blown out by 50. What happened, Sin? What happened yesterday?
Colorado beat TCU.
Yeah. Had offense for days. Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur, both his sons, Deion Jr. and Shedeur looking like absolute beasts. Okay? Shedeur Sanders are looking like going to be the first pick in the draft already. Dude has absolute great awareness. He torched what was a top 5 defense. Mm-hmm. Torched them. It was so bad. I thought the ass whooping TCU got last year in the bowl game was bad. Nah, that ass whooping they got.
And the funniest part about it is it wasn't even the worst ass whooping of the weekend.
No, not at all.
Oregon put up 81 on somebody.
To the point, okay, so you had to do 60 push-ups. So the mascot for Oregon had to do 60 push-ups every time Oregon scored a touchdown. So because 6 times 10, so 60 push-ups for every point scored. No, for every touchdown scored. This nigga did 540 push-ups.
They scored 81 points. They outscored a combined WNBA game in some cases by themselves.
Oh shit! Outscored a few NCAA basketball games by themselves. Sheesh. The ass whoop. It was ass whooping Saturday. That's what that was. You had you had ass whooping Saturday and thrashing Thursday as the University of Utah stomped out the University of Florida. The score doesn't even do the justice. Yes, the score was 24-11, but that didn't do the justice. It was an ass whooping on both sides of the ball. It's just that Utah took their sweet ass time, which is why they only put up 24 points.
But we're not here to talk about Saturday. We're here to talk about Thursday and Sunday this week.
But the only reason why I said it, you know why. Listen, if this is any indication, football weekends are going to be fun. They're going to be absolutely ridiculous. Sundays are going to be on point, especially since Big SYN gave me the news this morning that Joe Burrow is coming out. He's going to be back in time for week 1. And
they said week 9 at the earliest. This man is out here running and throwing.
They said he's going to be back. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to RG3 this man. Let's bring this man back early. What's the worst that could happen? RG3 sitting there with his wobbly knee.
He's already had, his legs separated once. It can't happen again, can it?
Yeah.
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not, but history just protect this man at all costs. That's all I'm gonna say.
It just shows Joe Burrow's drive and his toughness, man.
Yes, no,
So,
without a doubt.
all right, so let's kick things off with the Thursday night game that is kicking off the 2023-2024 season. And this Thursday night game is between the Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to say right now, I'm going to make the first irrational decision of the year. I think the Lions start off 1-0 and upset the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday night.
Who is Patrick Mahomes' receivers again? We never even talked about that during the preview. Who is Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball to?
They're still Super Bowl favorites. I don't know. Travis Kelce and a bunch of random motherfuckers 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know.
Grocery baggers and bathroom attendants, apparently. Let me take a look. Because that's been my concern. Because I said this in the preview. I said it seems like their receiving core is becoming less and less and less and less as Patrick Mahomes gets richer and richer and richer and richer.
And they won't even pay Chris Jones what he's worth.
Yes, I don't get that. Why, for a team that already lacks a defense, why would you get rid of your only defender?
Because touchdown Jesus needs that quarter bill. That's why.
I mean, they have Travis Kelce. And what's going to happen when Travis Kelce goes? What then, Sin? What then?
I don't care. Fuck the Chiefs.
So this is the receiving core. You ready for this one? Sky Moore, Nico Remigio, Rashid Rice, Justin Ross. Only two names I see on this list I recognize: Kadarius Toney, who was off and on in the last few years, Marquez Valdez-Scantling of Hawaiian Sophie fame, Montrell Washington, and Justin Watson. I have no idea who any of these people are except for the two. So it looks like that means that Kadarius Toney and Marquez Valdez-Scantling of Hawaiian Sophie fame are your starting receivers for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I'm taking the upset.
All right. Now we just talked about Macaulay Culkin. Let's talk about that game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Football Brownies.
The Battle of Ohio in week 1. That's hilarious.
And with Joe Burrow out here running around being a menace.
I mean, we really counted out. We counted out them so bad because we were told that Joe Burrow wasn't going to be back in week 8. But I even said, though, if Joe Burrow comes back midway of the season, that they could actually make the playoffs. They can run 10 in a row.
But it's funny because I'm sitting like, okay, my original thought process is if he's that hurt, sit him out the entire year, make sure he's healthy for next year.
I mean, the good news is they said 8 weeks. That's with preseason, so technically 12 weeks. That's what 12 weeks would have been enough to recover from the injury that he had.
But here he is running around and throwing the football.
Steroids. That's what it is. Steroids.
2 weeks after, you see the wet bandits didn't get him again. That's right.
Steroids. That's right.
So I'm picking the Bengals here.
Yeah, I'm picking I'm pretty sure as long as they can protect him, Joe Burrow is gonna pick this team apart. He has a point to prove. The Bengals are. Well, I understand that the Chiefs are Super Bowl favorites. I get that, but this Bengals squad has been together longer than any other squad that's out there, aside from the Buffalo squad that's there now.
Yeah,
but I like everybody's picking the Chiefs as a favorite, the Super Bowl from the AFC. I have a 49ers Bengals Super Bowl in my head as long as both teams can stay healthy. And that's another conversation for another day. But yes, I agree with you, Chiefs. I mean, not Chiefs, Bengals 100%. Bengals 100%.
All right. Next up is the first game of what is going to be a healthy Ravens team. We know it's only going to last like 6 weeks. But we got the Texans at Baltimore with Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham Jr. And yes, like I said, 6 weeks that they'll play together before one of them gets hurt.
Well, that means that to me that the Ravens can probably go 6-0 until that happens. Lamar Jackson by himself can beat anybody. We know this. We've seen it. Like what was that? What was that game where they were down like 38 or 28 or something like that? They were getting their ass whooped, and Lamar Jackson and a bunch of 4-string running backs and Mark Andrews. I always bet on Andrews. Okay, you got to bet on Andrews. So I can try if Lamar Jackson, a bunch of 4-string running backs, and Mark Andrews can come back from behind and beat a team soundly. I honestly think that this squad is up for the task. I'm picking the Ravens in this one.
I'm with you. I got the Ravens. The Texans, the Mario, your old defensive coordinator has a big job in front of him to try and fix that team.
Oh, it's going to be a while.
So.
I say year two, the Texans are going to be good. But, DeMeco Ryans is the Texans' favorite. He was there. He was a day one Texan. Remember, we played with him in Madden 2001.
Yeah.
That's how serious shit is.
All right. Next up. So, Baker Mayfield has the unhealthiness of following up Tom Brady in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Still has a fantastic receiving core. Defense lost some pieces, but gained some decent pieces.
Yeah.
But they're playing a Minnesota team that lost Dalvin Cook.
That's a big deal.
Adam Thielen.
They gave Kirk Cousins all the money. Didn't pay Dalvin Cook. Who's their running back again?
The guy who played when Dalvin Cook was hurt last year. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember either.
But also, they just made T.J. Hockenstein the highest paid tight end in the NFL.
I mean, the good news is that they do have Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
Okay, that's the good news. The bad news is that Dalvin Cook was that damn good. And losing Dalvin Cook, they have Myles Gaskin, Alexander. They have Madison. That was the dude that replaced him last year?
I thought it was Gaskin.
No, Gaskin's been around the league. I think he was like a second stringer, or third stringer in a few places where they pick. Oh, they have Ty Chandler too. So I mean, it is possible that they'll be okay. Now, emphasis on the word possible, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I think getting Kirk Cousins his money was the worst thing that they could have probably did. I'm being dead ass honest. See, sometimes
no, I agree with you.
I just think that if you go 4 years with Kirk Cousins, right, and you haven't made any headway, then you got to go with another quarterback. This isn't a Joe Montana situation where his resume previously justifies not making where you need to go. Like Joe Montana won 2 Super Bowls. And then he waited 6 years for another opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. And then he won 2 more Super Bowls. It isn't that situation. I'm not comparing Kirk Cousins to Joe Montana at all. But once you get to a point, we're in year 4 of this experiment, and the experiment's not working.
No, he's putting up all-world numbers, but just not winning.
Well, they're putting up all-world numbers, and that's what I'm saying. That's at some point, whatever you're doing isn't adding up to winning football games in where it counts, which is in the playoffs, winning your division in prime time. That's what I'm saying. It's not adding up properly.
I'm very interested in this Buccaneers team to see what Baker Mayfield can do with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and this squad that Tom Brady left. Yes, Leonard Fournette is gone. Some of the key members of the defense are gone. But I think the Buccaneers are going to come out here with some fight in them, and I think they beat the Vikings in week 1.
I think so too. Remember what I talked about in the preview. Baker Mayfield is the perfect quarterback for this team, and the reason why is because while Bruce Arians is not the coach of this team, he's still a consultant for the team. Still has some stock in the team, and they consult this man offensively all the time. This man is, remember what he says, no risk it, no biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield is still the risk it, biscuit person. That's
Yeet!
all.
Yeet!
And now that he's not forced to have to throw it to one receiver to try just because Freddie Kitchens told him to. He doesn't have to. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin will find a way to get open, and Baker Mayfield will feed him the ball. This might be an interesting year for Tampa Bay. It might be Tampa Baker.
Before they signed Baker, they were looking at maybe third or fourth in the division.
Oh yeah, because they had
that's because Derek Carr came over and automatically became the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah,
in New Orleans. So,
and which is crazy to think because Derek Carr was in a situation where he had no receivers, and now he's in a situation where he has no receivers. What you call him isn't back yet, is he?
He might be.
I feel like
he stubbed his toe and has been out for like 2.5 years. So,
Deion Sanders. Anyways,
turf toe.
A chronic turf toe. All right, yeah. Well, so we both.
What was the old joke we say? My name's Deion Sanders. I can't play today because I cracked my ass. What?
You know what's fucked up? The turf toe that he had is the one that he ended up getting cut off.
Yes,
that's crazy. We made fun of him all these years for being out with turf toe, and the whole shit was it literally was he never got it taken care of, and now he has no toe. So
are you taking the Bucs or the Vikings?
I'm taking the Bucs.
All right. Next up, we have an NFC South slowdown. We have Adam Thielen and his new team, the Carolina Panthers, taking on Taylor Heineke and his new team, the Atlanta Falcons.
The battle of mediocrity begins in the NFC South right here.
And like I said, it's a two-team race between the Buccaneers and Saints.
So we have a rookie quarterback going against Taylor Heineke. I am inclined because Taylor Heineke is not the type of person that'll let a comeback happen. Okay, Taylor Heineke is the type of person that will make the comeback happen for his team, not give up one. Okay.
No, if you remember in Taylor Heineke's first playoff game, he went blow for blow with that man over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am going to take. I remember what I always say. Whenever in doubt, when something seems so ass that you can't make a decision, bet on the team with the best quarterback. And that right now, until proven otherwise, is Taylor Heineke. So I'm taking the Falcons in this one.
Yep, I got the Falcons as well. So moving on, the Arizona Cardinals traded like 6 players in one day. Kyler Murray has been ruled out for the first like 2 or 3 games. And they got to go to Washington and play the football team. I will still the Washington Commies. My bad. This is a game that I don't even want to pick because the Cardinals are going to be terrible. The Commies have new ownership, so I don't know.
Who's Washington's quarterback? We talked about this. I know it's been 2 weeks. It's been a week or whatever. I don't know.
Let's see. Washington's quarterback is Commanders quarterback.
Didn't they draft the rookie?
Oh, it's Sam Howell.
Yeah, they have the rookie. So the good news is that Washington is not in the game to suck for Caleb Williams. Okay, they're not trying to tank for Caleb. Okay. However,
and Josh Dobbs is
starting, right? Josh Dobbs is starting.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Washington because they do have better weapons overall. So,
well, they've kept the entire team except the quarterback together because they got Gibson and they got your boy, the one running back that got shot 5 times and came back
and still came back before Michael Thomas. Yeah.
Yes. He got shot 5 times like 50 Cent came back before Michael Thomas. God damn. So I am doing. I would take Washington anyway. Listen, they can have grocery baggers and fucking funeral attendants on fucking offense in Washington, and I'm still taking Washington because I'm under the belief that the Cardinals are tanking for Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, the Cardinals are.
They waived Colt McCoy for no good reason.
No, there was a good reason.
Well, I mean, except the reason that I said, which is tanking for Shedeur Sanders or Caleb Williams.
I have a feeling there's going to be a tanking fine by week 8 this season.
Oh my God! Why? If Kyler Murray gets benched or traded before week 8?
Remember, there's a new Call of Duty that comes out in October.
Oh shit!
So he won't be available. He won't be available.
If he gets traded to a team that stacked that quarterback in October, you already know what the business is, ladies and gentlemen. If he gets traded to the Cowboys, there we go. If he gets traded to Dallas, knowing that they have Trey Lance as a backup,
have you seen the memes of Jerry Jones thought he was traded for Patrick Mahomes?
Old man's gone senile, ladies and gentlemen. The old man has gone senile.
He's like, oh shit, we can get Patrick for a 4th-round pick? Wait, you're not Patrick.
I'm surprised they didn't trade him. No, let me rephrase that. I know why they didn't trade him to the Chiefs. You know why? Andy Reid's track record with getting black quarterbacks that were in shitty situations and putting them as backups. That's why they didn't trade him to the Chiefs. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, so next up, we have the reemergence of the Jacksonville Jaguars last year, and they are taking on the declining Indianapolis Colts, the team that can't beat the Jaguars anyway.
Yes, their running back is holding out. They haven't traded him, but the running back's going to be out for 3 weeks anyway, so it's not like it mattered. He wasn't going to show up anyway. This feels like the first year that they got Jim Harbaugh in Indianapolis when they went 1-15. But then the next year they went 9-7 and made the playoffs accidentally. So the Colts, this is the 1-15 year for the Colts, or 1-16 year for the Colts. And they're not winning any games with this rookie in the AFC South. Not gonna happen.
Now Jacksonville and Tennessee still lurking around. So.
Yes, Jacksonville and Tennessee fighting for first place for reasons I still don't know why.
And don't forget, we got Calvin Ridley coming off a season suspension with the Jaguars this season.
I forgot a new toy for Trevor Lawrence. Oh my God, this is gonna be a fun season. I'm taking Jacksonville.
Yeah, I got the Jaguars. All right, so now we are at. One of these teams were undefeated in the preseason and destroyed the Buffalo Bills in the first game of the preseason, and they have been crowned the preseason champions. Last night, Finn Balor took one of their towels and stepped on it. We have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I honestly think that the champion of the preseason, what they should do, I honestly think this is what they should do. So after 3 weeks, the best team in the AFC and the best team in the NFC in the preseason, they battle it out at a neutral site, okay, for preseason champion.
They should make the Hall of Fame game for next season the preseason championship game from the season before.
That would be fucking amazing.
Then Baltimore would actually won something with Lamar Jackson. Anyway.
So Kenny Pickett of the other quarterback of Hawaiian Sophie fame.
He's from the Ritz-Carlton of Hawaiian Sophie fame. Right?
Yeah, the Ritz-Carlton of Hawaii. Play him against my 49ers, you know me. I don't care who it is. I could be like, my 49ers going 17-0. I don't give a shit. I am taking this.
So we should rename the show instead of the Overtime Sports Show, the Homer Sports Show, because we always pick our teams.
No, there's one time I didn't pick my team and they whooped that out. Remember when Brock Purdy? I said, who is Brock Purdy? Who is this man?
That man went undefeated up until he got his elbow hurt.
Yeah. And then once I saw him play, just continue to bet. In the moment I didn't bet on my 49ers, Brock Purdy won. I'm like, who is this man?
Big cock Brock.
That's right. So I am taking the San Francisco 49ers to start the season out with a shebang. Praying that please protect Brock. Please protect Brock. Because if they don't, I suspect that another Brock is going to come out and try to play by the name of Brock Lesnar.
No, you got Sam IC Goes Darnold backing up Big Brock. So I got the 49ers here. I think they're going to come out like a house of fire. There's a very bitter taste in their mouths how last season ended. And it's still the GM's fault for keeping Josh Jacobs on the team.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
All right. Next up, we have, which could turn out to be one of the better games of the weekend, the Tennessee Titans at the New Orleans Saints.
So did you hear the story about the Tennessee Titans?
I've heard a lot of stories about the Tennessee Titans.
So I think one of their linebackers, Corey Levin. Mm-hmm. So they waived him. Not that they were getting rid of him. They waived him so they could sign somebody to the practice squad and then re-bring him back up on a different contract.
Yeah.
But what happened is that apparently somebody went on IR, so they had to sign somebody else, get somebody else, and the whole shit was confusing. But at the end of the day, they almost forgot about Corey Levin, and somebody tried to sign him, and they had to snatch his ass up real quick. They almost lost one of their top linebackers.
It ain't like he is a Pro Bowler or anything.
Like, it's not like he's not goated. I just, whatever, fine. This is the Tennessee Titans and their management, ladies and gentlemen, and you want me to believe they're going to beat who?
It's sad that the Mike Vrabel is the smartest person on that team.
Well, do you ever get the feeling that Ryan Tannehill's tenure on there, Mike Vrabel feels like it's Tom Brady's late tenure in New England, except for the whole fact that he can't get rid of him. You know what I'm saying?
Because every quarterback they draft gets hurt, is just trash after that shit.
Yep.
But they're playing Derek Carr, who has some fire in his belly after what happened in Vegas.
Listen, Josh McDaniels is gonna go down in history as a team that ruined a halfway decent Raiders team. Okay, I'll be dead ass honest. I understand why they hired him, but I feel so bad because they should have kept Biasella as the coach. They rallied around him. I think they would have been a better team because of it. But no, we're gonna put in Josh McDaniels. We're gonna make them not believe in Josh Jacobs, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna.
And Josh Jacobs actually re-signed because he didn't have a choice.
1 year, $12 million.
Yeah.
And they're not going to. The stipulation is that they're not going to franchise him next year.
Yeah. So
at least they can do that. But because, listen, this whole running back situation sucks ass, and we'll have to talk about that in a more extended play. But I'm taking New Orleans in this one. I think Derek Carr, like I said, he's got a chip on his shoulder, just like you alluded to. I think Derek Carr is going to show that he can be a winner with a different team.
Yeah. I'm going with the Titans here. Yes, they're not the pretty pick, but I think there might be some growing pains in New Orleans, so we'll see.
Well, the one thing that the Titans do have is the fact that they've been together as a team, and Derrick Henry. We can't forget about Derrick.
And Derrick Henry's healthy, so.
Yeah, but I know, but this New Orleans defense went very under the radar, but they were really fucking good last year, and they kept majority of their players. So we'll see.
Big facts. All right. Next up, you brought it up already. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
This one it hurts because on one hand you're like, well, Sean Payton is coaching Russell Wilson now, so this offense is going to be absolutely ridiculous. On the other hand, you have the Raiders where who's their quarterback again?
Jimmy G.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right, Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, with team a team manager or somewhere VP of operations or VP or some. Tom Brady is the VP of operations somewhere.
He still owns the Raiders and Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh.
Yes, that's hilarious. Is that remember Jimmy? No matter what, I own you. That's fucked up. But anyways, this is wild. It's wild to see Tom Brady with ownership and a personnel position on the Raiders. Oh wow, this is wild.
A team that hates him.
Yeah.
Because of 2003.
It's a different time. It's a different time, Big SYN. Different time. Yeah,
where are you going with it?
I'm going to take Denver in this one. I like John Payton. I mean, I like Sean Payton's chances of making Russell Wilson into light Drew Brees?
It's not the coach they had last year because that dude, Nathaniel Hackett, fuck that guy.
Yep.
I got the Broncos coming back in a big way this season.
Yeah.
All right. So I showed him at the beginning. Sunday at 1:25 Pacific Standard Time in New England. It is Tom Brady Appreciation Day as the Philadelphia Eagles come into Foxborough to take on this Bill O'Brien and whatever Bill Belichick is doing with the way that quarterbacks are used down in the NFL and the way that they are allowed to sign people.
Yeah.
So Mac Jones was the only active quarterback on the roster.
What the hell?
Because they cut Bailey Zappi and Malik Cunningham. They signed them both to the practice squad.
Uh-huh.
They activated Malik Cunningham as a wide receiver / quarterback 2. And then they picked up another quarterback. So I think Zappi's done in New England.
Yeah, he's done in New England, which is a surprise.
Well, he looked like trash this preseason. That's why he's done.
Well, I was going to say it was a surprise coming into preseason. Not so much after.
After watching him, no. Malik Cunningham is going to be an interesting project for Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
But this wide receiver core has not performed well in preseason.
No, not at all.
But you have Juju Smith-Schuster, you have Kendrick Bourne,
yeah,
you have Devontae Parker, and now you have Jalen Reagor with Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. If they get on the page and you got Stevenson and Zeke in the backfield, if Bill O'Brien can somehow pull this together, they could be a very good team.
My only concern, well, I never doubt a Bill Belichick defense, so that's already it right there.
Yeah, and Matt Judon, who say they're happy.
Yeah. So I think that's what it comes to me. This is eventually what's going to come down to. Two great defenses.
Mm-hmm. And the extra motivation of it being Tom Brady Appreciation Day
against the Eagles. Of all opponents, had it been Tom Brady Appreciation Day against the Raiders, I would have been like, "There's gonna be a tuck rule, a tuck rule fumble."
That shit, they should have done that just because he owns part of the Raiders.
Yes,
the Patriots celebrate Tom Brady as he owns the Raiders.
Whoever did the schedule didn't feed into the drama like they did last year. But no, all jokes aside,
the Eagles are tough as shit.
Because you gotta remember, when you have two tough defenses, you have to remember, like I always said, when it's a toss-up, you have to go against the team with the best quarterback. And Jalen Hurts has proven that he's a great quarterback. So I know you're gonna hate me for saying it.
I don't hold no ill feelings, my man.
It's going to be a low-scoring game. I will tell you that right now. I think it's going to be like 17-14, maybe even 20-19 at the most, if it even gets that high. That's like, for these two defenses, if it gets that high, somebody fucked up somewhere. I'm taking the Eagles to edge them out just because there's going to be more growing pains on the offense. But I will say, I predict a big day from Ezekiel Elliott just to prove his doubters wrong.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a big rushing day for New England.
Yeah.
Because Ramondre Stevenson is now the man there.
Yeah.
And now he actually has a capable, healthy backup.
Yeah.
I'm a homer. I said this is the Homer Sports Show, so it's Patriots, baby. Tom Brady Appreciation Day. They're going to come out there with a little extra fire in their belly.
God, if New England wins, that'll be the start of the slump of the Eagles.
Of the Super Bowl loss slump.
The Super Bowl slump
happens.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we have a Rams team that finally has Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp healthy, taking on Geno Smith, the comeback player of the year, the comeback for being trash player of the year, Seattle Seahawks.
Matt Stafford. As good. Here's the problem. I watched Pete Carroll absolutely tear up his defense in practice. He absolutely abused his defense. Yes, Pete Carroll played quarterback in training camp in practice and torched his own defense. How old is Pete Carroll? Like 60, almost 70?
Yep.
He torched them. I'm taking the Rams. Simply because Matt Stafford is not 70 years old. And I just have this feeling. I have this feeling inside my bones. I'm taking the Rams.
Cooper Cup is about to get it on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got the Rams here. I think Geno Smith's 1 year of fame is done.
Well, it's not done yet. The Rams have no defense. But you know what I'm saying? But
they still have Aaron Donald.
No, true. That's it. It's almost like the whole Patrick Mahomes situation. That's all they got. That's it.
Yeah, because Jalen Ramsey left. So
yeah, exactly. That's it.
And then he got hurt.
Yep. That's it. So
I got the Rams also with this one.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have Team Speed Freak against Team Freak Quarterback. We got the Dolphins against the Chargers.
Interesting. In LA, I would assume, right?
Yep.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one.
The Chargers are the best team on paper in the NFL, but they are the worst team in execution in the NFL.
Listen, if writing things down made them a perfect team, they would be the original 10 Commandments. They would be unbreakable, okay? On written word, but on actual word, that Chargers team, and the fact that the coach is on the hot seat because we know the potential of this team. We've seen it.
And we've seen Justin Herbert do things that other quarterbacks can't do.
Yes. And this is one of those situations where I don't expect them to win this game, which means that I should absolutely bet on them to win this game. So I'm taking the Chargers in this game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm taking the speed of the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill did announce that when his contract is up with the Dolphins, he is retiring. So I'm looking at a big season for Tyreek Hill this year. So
a big season, and the Dolphins are still going to go 9-8. Anyways,
yeah, pretty much, because Tua's still going to die, and they're still going to put him out there like he's not dead.
Are you okay, Tua? I'm all right. What day is it?
I'm good.
What day is it? What day is it, y'all?
All right. This is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Jordan Love is now the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, and he has 0 weapons. They all followed Aaron Rodgers to New York.
Yes.
And they are taking on a Bears team that showed some bright spots last year, but needs to let their quarterback actually throw the ball more than 10 times a game and give him the time to throw the ball more than 10 times a game.
Well, last year, I say it was a lack of trust along with a lack of weapons in Chicago. We've seen
they got Chase Claypool and N'Keal Harry late, like during the season.
Yeah. We've seen peak Bears, which was last year was when they beat my 49ers.
And they beat the Patriots.
Yeah. We've seen what they're capable of. But it's not consistent enough. The problem is that we've seen Jordan Love, we've seen him up, and we've seen him down. And we've seen why that they've kept Aaron Rodgers for so long.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Chicago.
Yeah, I'm taking Chicago. I don't even want to call it an upset because I don't expect Green Bay to be okay until like week 4 or 5. So
if they even get there this season.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to get to week 4 or 5.
No, I mean,
intact.
If they're going to get okay by then.
No, I mean, I mean, I think Jordan Love is good. He's not great. But remember, the Packers still can't stop running teams. And the first, 6 or 7 teams are good at the run. Yeah. So I'm taking the Bears in this one.
All right. So we got an NFC East battle on Sunday Night Football. We have Dak Prescott and Wish Store Patrick Mahomes and the Cowboys taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Interesting. So Daniel Jones got his big money contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we know.
And he has earned it. He put everything on the line in New York.
But remember, now we have Dak Prescott looking over his shoulder. Not because of Trey Lance, but because of Cooper Rush. Oh, you thought? Oh,
no,
you thought?
I knew where you were going. So.
But for the viewers saying, "Oh, you thought I was going to say Trey Lance?" No. Cooper Rush. It looks very good. And if Dak Prescott fucks up, they have two quarterbacks that can take over. Now.
Well, they have 1.5 quarterbacks.
1.5, okay. But you see the fact that they traded for a quarterback means it looks like Jordan Peele, the sweating gif, where he's all sweating and shit. That's Dak Prescott right now.
I told you. Jerry Jones saw Trey Lance on the trade roster, was looking at the picture, thought it was Patrick Mahomes, and made the trade.
He's like, for a 4th round pick, we stole Patrick Mahomes. We stole him, y'all.
Trey Lance walks into his office. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Jones. Who in the fuck are you?
He's like, that's nice. Are you Patrick Mahomes' driver? Oh.
No, sir, I'm Trey Lance. You just traded for me. What? But the team you played on previously wore red, right? Yes.
Close enough. Close enough.
I am going with the Cowboys in this one.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game.
Is it in New York?
Yes.
Oh, you know that turf. I'm going with the Giants. That field's gonna kill like 5 people. Not 10 people like it did over previous years. Just half. Now saves 50% of knees. Okay, 50% of knees.
Except Nick Bosa's.
Damn.
In the final game for week 1, we are capping off this first week with Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers as the Bills take on the New York Jets on Monday Night Football.
If there was ever a game,
the Bills have not looked good in the preseason.
They haven't looked good physically. They haven't looked good mentally. They haven't looked good emotionally. I mean, thanks to Stephon Diggs. See, Stephon, listen, dear Stephon Diggs, whatever you say out your mouth is going to end up with Stephen A. Smith. I just want to tell you that right now. Your friends are snitching on you, okay? Your family snitching on you. Your agent snitching on you. Your teammates are snitching on you. Everybody around you snitching on you, okay? That's why you got mad when Stephen A. Smith called your ass out for saying that you wanted to get traded out of Buffalo. Because you probably said that shit, right?
In confidence to somebody.
In confidence. And then there was like, Stephen A., can I have like $500? What you got for me? This man want to leave Buffalo. Who? Stephon Diggs. All right, here's $1,000 for the story. Thank you. Because Stephen A. made like $10,000 in views off his podcast just for saying that shit.
Right.
So that's what Stephon should shut the fuck up.
And what cracks me up about it is, I don't get the ball enough. Motherfucker, you're setting career numbers in Buffalo with Josh Allen.
Yeah. I honestly think that this is the end of Buffalo's current run. I think they may start a new run.
You think the window's closing right now?
I think Stephon did. It didn't close until Stephon did shut that motherfucker. That's what. That's my.
All because he had to watch the Chiefs go off the field. The Bengals and the Chiefs go off the field of victory.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. I wouldn't even say. If Stephon Diggs had not said anything, we still have team continuity and everything will be okay.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be okay.
No. Jets defense is as good as they were last year. They actually have a quarterback in the Jets. They've built this team around Aaron Rodgers specifically.
Yeah, they literally took all of his wide receivers.
Yes. I'm pretty sure they found Jordy Nelson hanging out somewhere in retirement.
In a bar.
If this feels like the replacements all over again. So I'm taking the Jets. And this is the beginning of the end for the Buffalo Bills.
I don't think that this Jets resurgence is going to go as planned. I said it during the preview where you called me the ultra hater to the New York Jets. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
I don't think it's going to go as planned either, but that doesn't mean they're not going to win this game. I still think that they're probably going to go. I said 9-8, 10-7. I still think they're going to be a 7th seed in the playoffs. First time.
So this is the first time in 24 years that this man will not be taking the field as a player.
It's bittersweet.
It is,
because it feels like we're finally in the future now. But at the same time, fuck, man,
there will never be another one.
God, you know it's crazy now. The spotlight is now going to be on every quarterback now. Who's going to be the next Tom Brady? Brock Purdy, that's who. Woo! Oh.
Look, even he's shaking his head.
He's throwing it. See, throwing motion.
But no, Tom Brady, thank you for all the memories, and as a New England fan, thank you for all the championships, my man. In 20 straight years of dominance in the AFC East.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy owning the Raiders and owning Jimmy Garoppolo as you always have. And that's week 1, baby.
That's it. So check us out next week. We will be back for week 2. The recap and
predicts.
Hopefully Deion Sanders will be 2-0 by the time we come back to this next week, so I can talk more shit. So
if they get blown out in their next game, it's gonna be so funny though.
And so I'll be talking shit about it then too. I'll be like, they beat TCU. I said whoever beats Colorado is now the number 2 seed in the NCAA.
This is not wrestling, sir. You don't.
What do you mean? That's not how it works.
If it was, then Appalachian State should have been number 1 when they beat Michigan.
They were undefeated that year. They should have.
Oh, you're right. But you know what these people can always bet on, my man.
Yes, they can bet on. They can not only bet on black, but bet on sinful black. That's right.
For your sports, video gaming, and reaction needs, my man.
Yes, and for anything in between, who knows? Random podcasts might pop up.
We do have other content in the works right now too. So
I might just get on live and talk shit. You never know how this shit can go. So. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Show us some love. You know how you guys do around this time. But until next time, that's my man, Big SYN. I'm your boy, Hollywood J-Blaq. This is the damn NFL show. You're out
This is the Homer's NFL show.
The Homer's damn NFL show. The damn Homer's NFL show. And we are out this thing. Deuces. Why my mouse not working out again? Oh, there we go. Okay, bye.
Bye.